Unfortunately, I have to make this disclaimer. There is no sort of energy harvesting or abuse of me or my listeners allowed on any videos that I post. This Weirdos podcast is getting more and more interesting by the day. So let's just hop right into it. Now, you may or you may not have noticed that people are responding directly, indirectly to spiritual occurrences, that are happening here in this so-called year of 2023, during this so-called time. Now, the people who are doing this, they are a part of the agenda. They are a part of the problem. I know. We're busting this bullshit wide open. I know, honey, I know. Now, the reason why I say that they're a part of the problem is during this time, people are being used to fulfill demonic agendas. They're being they're being used to fulfill negative agendas. They're being used to fulfill agendas that are destroying people's, or attempting to, because no one's destroying anything of anybody's, but they're attempting to deteriorate the mental state of other people while they're only deteriorating themselves. These people are a part of the agenda. The people that want to pretend like they don't know what's going on and they're just assuming you're doing it, they are a part of the agenda. Anybody who is a true person who loves themselves and loves other people and loves, they are not going to go towards the problem. If they think there is a problem, they will go away from the problem. So the people who are doing this, you don't want these people in your life anyway. You don't. You don't want them in your life anyway. People who are willing to be directly indirect or direct. I don't give a fuck if you're willing to be extremely direct about something that you think is going on. You are a part of the agenda. Your mind is your brain has been tapped. You understand? I think the best thing to do at this time is understand that only people who are independent thinkers, who can think for themselves, truly think for themselves, like that can't be disguised or be used as deceit. You understand? Because if you can think for yourself, you will not be a part of any agenda. You'll only notice when agendas are being, performed around you or through you or by way of you. You'll notice, right? And you'll do everything in your ability to preserve yourself and to preserve the relationships that you are trying to build with other people, okay? And also to preserve the relationships that other people are trying to build with other people, whatever the case may be, okay? This is. I know we busting this bullshit wide open. I know. We're busting it. I know. At this point, I don't even want to be the one to tell you certain things. I want to be the one to motivate you to go out there and do research on your own. I want you to go out there and look up information about monitoring spirits. I want you to go out there and look up information about the Python spirit. I want you to go and look up information about spiritual warfare. I want you to go and look up information about familiar spirits. I want you to go up and realize that a lot of people who are being used don't know that they're being used. The people who are being used, they're able to be used because the spirit that's using them, to be honest, was already within them, right? So if you're being used to fulfill, if you're being used to how do I say this? Because people's emotions are being used, stereotypes are being used, and people's opinions are being used against them, right? So if you're able to be used to do this, that means these things have already been in you, right? So if a spirit can use you to attack somebody based off of their own opinion and their own stereotypes, it's because that energy is already within that host. It's already there. It's always been there. It's not like these demonic spirits are just running up in motherfuckers and just using them. No. You've already been a jealous person. You've already been sad. You've already been vengeful. You've already been mad. You've already been manic. Okay? So all they doing is they just matching themselves up with the spirit that you already have been cultivating in you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry to say this. We busting this shit wide open. We don't care. Why? Because true spirits and true people cannot be confused because they'll recognize confusion. Period. They'll recognize it. I'm going to cut this one short because I want you to watch the next video.